Shadow pick up. Which one? That one?
Hi. Welcome everybody to TFT.
Tarot for today.
Divine Dabblings.
With
Oberon.
And me, Banshee. Welcome to our Thursday show.
Where we get away with funny things.
Where we just be silly. If there's not enough people, you're stuck with us just being silly.
Hi, Gina.
Hey, Gina.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, hot girl. Hey, Kim, if you're still here.
Hi, hot girl.
Hey, Mama T.
So, Kim, what happened? Did we overlook you? I think we did. I think we somehow lost you in our queue.
And hey, Libra Cusp. I just
Hi,
want
Libra.
to get that in there.
It's good to see everybody.
Kim is not staying, so I'll just put a no, or she might be gone already.
Now, I was goofing around a little bit today with some other systems. I'm trying to find new things to do here, and for some reason I'm wondering if the sound is coming through. It looks like it is. I guess you guys would have told us by now. We can't hear you.
So, also, just a reminder, everybody, we do have a webpage. There is a blog there that is free. Even though we're selling readings, feel free to come and participate in, looking at the blog. And eventually, pretty soon now, I'm going to get the forum up and running a little bit more. So you can subscribe to the page and get updates when we add things to the blog in different places. So remember, that's TFT, Tarot for Today. .com.
All right. So let's do our card of the day then. And
we will. Oh, sorry, Sonny.
And here's our friend.
There's no room at the inn today. But look, I pulled a seat out for you so you could leave.
There's room for out. He gave you such a look, didn't he?
He did. Sonny is so adorable lately. He's been very, very affectionate.
Even when he pouts.
He's been snuggling with his little lamb chop toy. And making me crazy every day in a good way. So listen, guys.
He's looking at his options. He's like, I could squeeze in over here. Nope, you can't.
Hey.
Look at that.
I know.
You are just so...
Oh, do you have the camera on him? You should just show that. Hey. It's too late, of course. He went away. He's going to find his options over there. He was literally staring over my tablet here like, I can get in there. I know I can. Oh, my gosh.
Welcome,
and there he
son
goes.
Man, undaunted.
He came all the way around.
Just like a guy cat, eh? Lay down, you.
Oh, my goodness.
Lay down.
Yes, Shadow helped us with a reading, Mama T. We have a short video on that one. That's a snip from that video. So anyway, I've got the New Orleans Oracle deck, one of my birthday gifts to me. And it's by Fatima Mabodi. And I like it. I like this oracle a bit, so we'll use it tonight for our collective reading. Well, the cats, they gotta do a little work around here, picking a card. Can't get this one to do much, though. Although, don't we have him in a video head?
Well, you coaxed that out of him. Yes, I did.
I don't know how I did that.
He is adorable lately, I have to admit.
All right, Mr. O. They're only read upright, so...
La.
Take your pick.
Oh, that's psychedelic. Do I read it upside down?
No.
Spiritual knowledge. You just said that, didn't you? Number 29.
Spiritual knowledge. Wow, what a cool card. Like the looks of it.
I know.
What number? 29?
29.
All right. Right after flow.
Yes, and you know what? Speaking of 29, I'm having my annual 29th birthday party once again. It's a tradition that's more than 29 years in the making.
So spiritual knowledge can be gained through a multitude of experiences and teachings. During this time, you will find clarity and guidance through being open to different types of spiritual teachings. It's not necessary to tie yourself down to just one teaching, but rather go to where your energy leads you. After all, spirituality and connection are not things that can be summed up in just one book or practice for everyone. Take what resonates with you and create a peace within while keeping your mind open to everything. You are likely to find that you are drawn to bits and pieces of different teachings that will lead you to your own organic spiritual connection, either spiritual connection, experience, and understanding. So that's what I have for everybody. What a cool message that was. I love the card. I just do. Very, very nice. All right. You know, I'm a sucker for things that have a lot of color.
That's right, Mama Teresa. I will be 29 forever.
29 translates down to 11 and 1, Mr. O.
2.
Oh, 11. Oh. Yes, that's correct.
So remember, for numerological advice, ask Madame Banshee.
No, that's not to. Hey, do I have everybody on the list? Let me just make sure.
Our little list that could?
Well, our little list that could, but that's okay, you know. Maybe we can take our time and give everybody a nice reading today at our leisure.
And
so
we're also doing karma polish jobs. We will polish your karma, or is it your aura? I forget.
I thought it was polishing the aura.
Okay, we'll do that too.
No extra charge. I don't know what's gotten into Mr. O, but hey, I think we're ready to go.
I know, because it's not like today is 420.
Oh, dear. You know, it's really funny. Speaking of 420, I had to laugh because I finally hooked into Discovery Plus because I can't watch any of my favorite ghost shows anymore. They're all on Discovery Plus. So I hooked into that subscription and I got a message from them that Chopped 420 was available now for viewing. And I'm like, Chop 420? You know, it didn't even register with me right away, silly. And I said, what is that? You know, and then I go look, and of course I think it was about cooking with marijuana, you know, and cannabis. So I was just like, oh my gosh. So anyway, I haven't watched that one.
Many, many years ago, around the time that I first heard the annual 29th birthday party joke, I was in a little theater group. We were sort of like just our own little kind of weirdo theater, and we did little acts, and the aura polish was an act we did to a dialogue from an act we did where somebody went around as a spiritual salesperson of some sort. So that was 1979.
Wow.
I know.
Okay, Mr. O, hey, you got some decks for us?
Yes, I do.
And sunny in your way?
Speaking of karma and auras, I have the Karma Music Tarot. Fill up your cups with the 8 of Cups.
Fill up your cups and take a trip. That's the 8 of Cups.
And then I have the Tarot of the Cat People. And there's the High Priestess. And then finally, I have brought the Tarot of the Northern Shadows.
Oh, you haven't had that one in a little bit.
Not in a little while. And that's the 10 of Cups.
I like that one a lot. I have that deck too, don't I? I do.
Alrighty. So what do you have, Banshee?
Well, you know, I'm using the ones I used on Sunday. So I have the Lightseers Tarot, and there is the Hermit in that deck.
Yay, 420 every day.
Oh,
Libra. Yay.
I have the After Tarot. Here's somebody dumping out some liquid there.
More cups to fill.
More cups. No, I think he's had enough. I think that's what that says somehow.
Hello,
But
bud.
anyway, that's the Four of Cups in the After Tarot. And, let's see.
Hi, Master. You've been here before. I think I recognize you.
And then I have my new, well, it's not brand, it's not new on the market. It's been out for a year. But I have my Mermaid's Tarot by Lisa Robertson and Julie Dillon, I think is the name of the artist. And that's the Two of Pentacles in that deck.
If you're dying now, Libra, wait till people ask me to sing tenor. Because I can only sing 10 or 15 miles away. No, I have a lot of groaners.
Mr. O has a lot of
Groaners.
Tonight. Yeah. So, hi, Master. I'll get you on the list. It's not a very long list tonight, as long as we stop talking, that is. Master M. Okay. So we are ready to go. So basically our list is Libra Cusp is first, then Mama Teresa. Kim is gone for the night, so I've taken her off the list. And Gina's next, Hot Girl, and Master Manifester. Gosh, I keep wanting to say manipulator. Sorry, I know that's not what you are. Don't know where I'm getting that from. All right.
It comes off of the tongue in many ways.
What is coming towards Libra Cusp? All right.
All right.
You want me to go first?
Go ahead. And I hate having to pick at my face, but every time I pet the sun man over here, I end up with cat hair flying all around, and it's a little itchy, and I see some right there. Oh, this ought to help.
Of course, there's cat fur on it. Somebody didn't clean it after last use.
Who would that be?
I don't know. I'm not going to mention names. So not only do you get a tarot reading here, you get to watch us groom our cats. You get to watch the fur fly.
Hi, Violet Ann. Where have you been?
Oh, Violet Ann, good to see you. Hey, good to see you here.
I've looked for your page and I haven't seen it. I hope everything's okay. Sorry if I shouldn't have said that. Oops.
Oh, thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master. Yes, that would be nice if everybody liked the page.
Okay, Mr. O, I have shuffled.
Alrighty, and I will scratch away at hair at my face.
So while he's shuffling, I'll just remind people again about our website and the blog. And the blog, I think you can click on at the top of the page. I put in there a special personal note about my health. I just felt that this is something I'm going to be writing about in the future on the blog, just to keep people updated. And it sure is a lot better than doing it by tweets or anything else, social media-wise. So I just got it all out there, and I'm done with it. But I think there'll be more to the story as time goes on. So feel free to go ahead and read that post, because I'm not going to get into it here. Wow, Libra. Well.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad to see you again. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so are you here for a reading? Do you want to stay for a reading? But, well, hang in there. We'll have to talk. Hey, my life has been pretty complicated right now, as my blog on our website might tell you. So, anyway. But we're rooting for you, Violet Ann. Hope things turn out okay.
Okay, so back to Libra.
Libra, you have, starting off, the Nine of Swords. Upright.
Nine of Swords, upright.
And then you have the Devil. Reversed.
That's reversed. Kind of a darker image there.
This is really interesting. And then we have the Two of Cups upright.
Oh.
Yeah. So what do you think?
This is a general future coming.
Yeah. So basically, I see the Devil in the middle, right?
Right.
And then we have the nine. We have the 9 on one side and the 2 on the other. There's some regrets about. I wonder if you're having some regrets, or you will be, or some anxieties over a relationship, either one you've recently let go of or that you're thinking of letting go of, or something like that.
Well, there's kind of like a push-pull thing going on too, that maybe you understand there's some dynamics in this possible relationship that have push-pull effects. Like sometimes it pushes your button, sometimes it doesn't. Or maybe you might feel that that's what your role is. But it seems like there's mixed qualities of real happiness and then maybe some anxiety or worry that may not be totally realistic from your perspective. Like maybe you're feeling about things that don't really affect you, but maybe you're hearing about them from this other person or other situations, and you're being drawn into a drama there, maybe, in a way, and you're not really sure how to apply the other feelings you're feeling right now.
Something is up. It concerns a relation. It seems like it's in more your interpersonal relationships. And remember,
Hi, Divine.
This doesn't have to, hi, Divine. This does not have to be a love relationship. It could just be in your interpersonal relationships. And there's some worries or regrets or just something that's going to be eating at you. And I don't know.
It makes me feel like sometimes, you might be either having this or seeing this in the situation, some bipolarness going on, maybe people going back and forth on the dependent codependent range. And I don't necessarily mean about substance, but I'm just talking about how people's emotions are going up and down in this situation, and that maybe there's just mostly some good stuff, but then there's just this feeling that you're in a cycle and you don't feel like you have control of the cycle.
Yeah, so today we're going to use my fun Lenormand tiles again. I'm trying to remember, the person who created these, I believe, is Jamie Sawyer. And they're just so cool. So I get to draw one and Mr. O will draw one. I forgot to show them in the beginning. Sorry about that.
Hugs to everyone. Thank you.
We used them on everybody I'm sorry.
I know, 2021 was supposed to get better.
We used them on Sunday's show.
Sorry.
Interrupter in chief.
I'm talking to the folks.
I am too. But I am too.
Oh, that's right, because they get two for the price of one.
Yeah. Here you go, Mr. O.
So I'm supposed to pick one?
No, just stare at the bag.
Show me yours and I'll show you mine.
Well, the first one we pulled is the stork.
Oh, and I got the crossroads. Ooh.
Wow, this is really interesting.
Yeah.
What do you say? I'm going to let you go first.
Okay, well, it sounds to me like this crossroads is coming up, and that maybe some of this is really talking about maybe your idea about abandoning some of this drama. Like maybe that's what the devil reversed is you sort of want to tip the scales and move on into something new, and maybe you're sensing that there is an opportunity coming forth. And I'm not saying it's a drastic change, it's just more like about dealing with some drama in your life, like you might have an opportunity to really move it in another direction. Oh, I'm way off the cusp, right?
No,
what?
I was laughing at Master. I'm a little slower with my feed than you, so you might have saw that.
Okay, that's always a good thing.
Well, but at any rate, Libra, you know what? You are definitely needing to make a decision or a choice of some sort. And it involves something that will be a big change for you in some way. Whether this is in your relationships, because if it's falling in with this, it seems it has to do with something interpersonal.
Right, but it does suggest, too, this idea that there's a directional change. There's a course change of some sort.
A course correction or a course change. Yeah, so there's, but, and it is like it is change and it is direction, but remember that the Path card is also about decisions and choices.
These ones seem good. Up here, a little bit more drama going on.
There's some drama going on here for sure in your interpersonal life. And I don't know if you know what we're talking about, but it's definitely coming, and it'll have to be addressed.
Come on, baby.
So that's what we have for you, Libra. Good luck with that.
Come here. You know you want to come up. Come on. if I don't let you come up, you're going to dive bomb me. So come on.
Yeah, Year of Towers. I could truly say that.
That's an interesting concept there.
But, the towers are also about lessons we have to learn and take in. And it's a destruction that, comes before a major rebuilding. So I have a love-hate relationship with the tower. There's some good to come out of it. But, nobody likes when it hits out of the blue. Nobody likes it.
Well, there's a blog that I occasionally drop in on called Tower Time. You could look for it on Facebook if you're there. Tower Time. And it's basically a number of folks who've been using cards and other oracles to suggest or to see all the signs of what the Tower Time issues are for our society and our world. And a lot of it is about, really overview stuff, but then a lot of times it does get into the more personal too.
Hey, you're welcome, Libra Cuss. Good luck.
You're welcome.
Hey, Mama T, you are up. And then Gina, Hot Girl, Master, Manifester, Violet Ann, and Divine You.
He's so serene right now. One would hardly think that there's a ton of cat hair all over my black sweater.
Oh, we know. You talk about it all the time.
But now I can really see it there. It's just like, wow.
Okay, what's coming towards Mama T? Do you want to use a deck?
Got a deck. We're going to go with the Tarot of the Cat People.
Oh, cool. Oh, man, there were some funny cat memes today. There were. And yesterday. There was one that looked like synchronized, well, it's, the concept of synchronized swimming, but it was cats doing something in sequence. And there was probably a mirror there, a reflection. It was very cool. It was just really cool. And somebody just today posted the fact that they were having a rough day and they wanted to find a witch who could turn them into a bookstore cat. And she had all these pictures, like 4 pictures of cats laying all over books. And I'm like, man, that would be my life. That would be awesome.
So going to remind everybody to watch my show tomorrow, the Oberon's Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges, to get your weekly forecast on the emotional currents and undercurrents in your life. Also, we're on Sunday too, live here, just like now, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And just a little bit earlier than that, Sunday mornings is Material Matters with Banshee, your weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance.
I thank you, Mr. O.
Oh, you're so very welcome.
All right.
Share the wealth.
There.
Alrighty.
All right, Mama T, let's see what's going on. Well, I have some good news, and actually maybe this card that's not so good could tie into the good news, and I'll explain that. So we have the 4 of Swords, and the 4 of Swords is reversed. You have the 3 of Swords, but the 3 of Swords is reversed. And you have the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands is reversed. Now, often, the 9 of Wands indicates a card that somebody is preparing for more battle, But also, when the card is reversed, there's this sense of letting it go. I'm done fighting. I'm done with the fight. Sometimes it could mean throwing up this flag of surrender, but I'm looking at these cards here and I'm thinking, Mama T, that this is part of a healing process for you. You have the 3 of Swords reversed here, which indicates that, you're trying to heal yourself of emotional pain in particular, but it could be also other types of painful experiences in your life. And the 4 of Swords is indicating there's a return of movement, of energy, of recuperation, because now when this is upright, it's like taking that steps and time to recuperate. When it is reversed, you are done. You're getting back into the swing of things. You're healing emotionally, and you are letting go maybe of these things that have been giving you so much stress. You're not letting them have the power over you anymore.
it seems to me like maybe there's this idea that along with the healing is coming maybe a sense of news coming to you, something that you find out. Maybe it's because you're just sort of re-involving yourself with things, the Four of Swords, and so maybe messages may come through that have been delayed a little bit, or maybe it's just a sense of understanding, because I get the air element out of the swords. And I agree with Banshee too. I think that the Nine of Wands is suggesting that maybe you've kind of had it a little bit and you sort of want to just let it go. Maybe you're willing to let the chips fall where they are and just focus on looking for a new direction, of awakening to something different.
Well, and this idea with the Nine of Wands too, sometimes, when it's upright, it's kind of like somebody just being on alert all the time. And, all that stress of always feeling like you have to watch your back, or, you're under this immense pressure, that's gone now. You're gonna realize that is just not healthy. So I feel that that's where this is moving, but let's see what the Lenormand can add to this.
You startled him so much when you did that.
Did I?
Yes.
Got one. I should have let you go first.
What do you got?
I've got the Whip.
And I have the Rider.
Oh.
If you want to ride fast, you got to use that whip.
Crack the whip on this, Mama T. No, you know what? The Rider can mean messages. It can be news coming to you. But I think in this case, it has other meanings as well. It means movement. There is swift movement happening here, I feel, with these cards. So whatever the situation is, I think it's going to happen sooner than later. This is what's coming towards you, and soon. You're just going to feel like it's time to just stop, to develop either a new mindset or something. Something is going to shift and change. And to me, it looks healing. It definitely has healing.
Well, I feel that it's movement for sure, because to me that Three of Swords and the Four of Swords together really kind of have a sense of movement for me. One is about awakening. The other is about saying the past is over. I think that was with that one too a little bit. It's time to kind of cut the losses and move on, like I said. And so the whip sort of supplies that idea too. It's like mostly what you can do to move on is to just try to eliminate what's hanging you up in the past. Cut those connections. Just stop going to those places. Stop talking to those people.
You know what? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to knock that. But when we do this, we should put it in front so they can be seen. I forgot about that.
Okay, because it blocks them, yeah.
Yeah, these are yours, so you may have them, along with the rest of your deck.
So then I'll move that. Yeah, why, thank you for that.
You are welcome, Mr. O. So, Mama T, that's what we have. It's you know what? It sounds like process is going on.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's a totally positive time. I mean, happy time, but it is a time of progress. So I feel that, in that regard, it is positive. But it's a little bit of, effort. It's
some maintenance and weeding in an area that you need to just clear that stuff out. You're welcome.
Oh my gosh. Good idea. That would probably, Gina, that would probably sell like hotcakes. That would be, wow. Wow, I can't even, yeah. Hey, come on, they're brownies, so why not bark?
We volunteer for quality control.
We could test. Oh, dear. All right. So, Gina, you are up. Is that what your question is? Is that what you... Hot bark.
Pot bark?
Hot
bark.
No, I'm trying to think of something else, like higher bark. Higher elevation bark. I don't know.
Baggy in a bark.
Baggy in a bark.
A bag in a bark. Okay, so I guess I should use the Carmen music.
Place me in order. Tasteless now. So, Gina, that is your question. Okay. So let's see. She asked if it's a good idea. Do we want to do a yes, no on that, or do we want to
Okay,
do three
sure,
cards on that?
Let's do a yes or no.
Okay. Okay. If a card with the number 4 and then one, what would it be? The Judgment card, right? And the Judgment card comes out because that's number 20. We'll know you're on to something.
There are many ways we can interpret this. Bark of the Gods. There you go.
Well, Gina, your bark is not part of the treatment plan for the health things I'm going through, but maybe it should be.
Barkawana.
Barkawana. Wanna bark.
Barkawana.
I like it. You want me to count them?
Yes, please.
That's right. That's right. They have to decriminalize it first on the federal level.
Divine's asking you a question.
Wait a minute.
And it's been about a full 2 weeks now as of Tuesday, right?
Yes. I had no problems after the second vaccine, Divine You. I had a sore arm for a little while, and that very first day that I got the shot, I nodded out on the couch and slept for, I don't know, a few hours. I was just couldn't focus.
Knocked out.
Beyond that, it was no problem at all. So, no, health issues are something else entirely. You can, if you get on our website and go to the blog, you can find out more about that. 9 of Coins is here. That's a 13th card. This is interesting. Uh-oh. This is as ambiguous as we get. It's leaning towards no, but it is such an unusual no, Gina, because they're all really good cards. So for this venture, so there's the Ace of Coins reversed. But the very first card in the pile that I drew was the 9 of Coins upright. Here's this solitary woman who is making good money.
If you grow it, they will come. Because she's in a garden, right?
Right. And then we have the 6 of Wands upright, which
Look,
is...
it's Jimmy.
Which, oh no.
How cosmic is that?
What a perfect deck to use for this type of reading, first off. But second off, the 6 of Wands upright indicates victory, a positive outcome here. So, I mean, it's leaning towards no, that maybe it's not the best of ideas, but it certainly seems like you could do well if you did it. But maybe there's just, maybe the tarot cards are throwing their own ethics into this.
I think it's always good to hold out the idea that sometimes there are certain questions that maybe will not be answered totally unfacetiously. And so this could be one of them, because it is kind of interesting that the other cards sort of indicate good call. So it just could be the kind of thing like maybe we'll have to do the Lenormand.
Yeah, I want to see what the Lenormand has to say. But honestly, I feel like it's leaning towards, maybe it's not the best idea you had, but there is some advantages to doing it. Am I wrong in thinking that? Because I just look at those and I'm like, well, really, that looks all positive to me.
Yeah, it does look positive. It doesn't look negative. I was supposed to draw.
Oh. And I should have let you go first again, because look what I pulled. I pulled the Stork.
I pulled the Tower.
You could make a business out of this.
Yeah, that is really a very interesting idea there.
Because the stork is about new beginnings, as well as change. So this, and the tower is about an institution. So it's almost as if you could change, your work doing this. And maybe that's part of the problem too. The tower, Gina, is also about isolation here. And in that regard, I see it tying into the 9 of Pentacles. So what I'm thinking here is that, it may take you away from some of the things that you really love and enjoy, and especially it might take some of your solitude away if you got yourself involved in this. And you may not like that. What do you think? Do you see what I'm saying there?
I see what you're saying,
Yeah.
Especially because it links between the other card there at least. No, I can't disagree with that. I guess.
Well, what do you have when you look at that? You might have a different perspective.
Just that it looks like you are moving into something, well, hopefully not a bad institution.
Yes, be careful that it's not the law enforcement government branch that you're having issues with. So I don't know. I have total mixed signals on this one because I feel like there are advantages, but I think what it comes down to is it really a benefit to you in your life at this time?
Hello.
And that's what I'll leave it with there, Gina. Good question, though. Fun. Love it. All right. So, I'm the list person. Hello. So, hey, Hot Girl, you are up. And Hot Girl, then after that is Master Manifester, Violet Ann, and Divine You.
The new Betty Crocker.
Well, I will say it would be a taste sensation as well as, the rest that comes along with that. Okay, Hot Girl.
Okay. Your deck?
What's coming towards Hot Girl? All right. Yes, indeed.
I think you said that earlier you were going to go that way too. Why not?
It's always good to just see, a lot of times just keep it open and see what energies are coming through.
Well, you do that a lot.
Yeah, I do. I do. But I often work with specific questions for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So coming up on the blog, now that I've got the health issue out of the way, I am going to be doing, I think the next thing I have planned is a review and a deck interview of the Mermaid's Tarot. So look for that to appear soon. And then after that, I might be doing something else, a little article about spread creation. So that will be coming after that.
Yes, and I think it's a good point to mention too that it may seem like a couple of things have, he's shedding so much, gone to hiatus.
Watch my deck.
But they haven't. We're still percolating some of our ideas.
Yes.
What am I thinking about?
I have more than one soul story now to tell, so there's that.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's been on hiatus for a long time.
But also, we are supposed to do a presentation on, well, you want to call it a spell or an empowering working that we have done in the past that we think is very useful if you want to change the negative energy in your life to positive, something positive. So we will be trying to get that out soon. I think that's the first thing on our list. Yeah, it's called the Swifting of Energy. All right. Okay, Hot Girl. You have the 3 of Wands upright. Uh-oh. Well, this isn't totally bad necessarily. You have the Hermit, my Hermit guy, reversed. And then you have the Ace of Cups reversed.
What is this one?
Three of Wands.
Oh, okay.
So, there's another one, but it's smaller.
How interesting. Because these two almost contrast each other in a way. I mean, this is saying we're waiting for something, but this is saying...
Anticipating something, with some enthusiasm.
Yeah, but this is sort of saying, but we don't really want to be there for it in a way, or we're sort of not feeling we can totally accept that.
Is that the Hermit? Because I'm looking
It's
at
the
that a
Hermit
little
reversed.
differently.
Go on, then.
But I was looking at the Ace of Cups as, well, I was looking at the Hermit and thinking you're awaiting something, with anticipation, and you realize that soon it's going to put you out more into the world in some way. I don't know what this means exactly, but it's kind of like you're going to be more noticed by people. You realize that whatever this is that's going to be coming through is going to attract more people or bring you out more socially.
I have a glimmer. Do you think that you're in between a relationship, like maybe you're sort of ending one or trying to end one or considering ending one, but you're also seeing yourself on a horizon for another one? Because I'm wondering if, and even if it's not necessarily a romantic relationship, it's some sort of change that maybe is emotionally felt, like maybe you're leaving a situation behind to move to another one, like a physical move that will take you out of location for friends or family. But I sort of feel like maybe that could be involved too, that maybe you're changing it up with some of your friendships or relationships, and maybe that's what it is. There's the sense of expectation because it is moving you into a space that maybe you're not totally comfortable with.
I keep thinking, though, that Three of Wands is indicating something good happening despite those cards. But I feel that the Ace, I like what you're saying, though, about the relationship or being in between things.
Or it's a transition point.
There's some kind of transition going on between, how would I say this, your private life and your public life. And somehow or another, I feel that maybe this has something to do with some past emotional pain that you've had. I know this is the last card we drew, but it's not always the way I read the cards when I read them in total.
So you sort of answered the question there, but I'm just wondering if there is still some sort of transition or aftermath or baggage or whatever it is, considerations, things you thought about. If not, it really is saying, though, that putting yourself into or expecting another relationship or thinking about one puts you in a space where you're considering totally what your comfort is or what your reactions are like, because maybe you haven't been in one in a while, or maybe you realize it's going to be different this time around.
Yeah. It's funny, depending on the cards around the Hermit, when it's reversed, I look at the Hermit as kind of neither positive or negative sometimes, just different meanings. Like when it's reversed, to me, in this case, it's indicating somebody who is like done with feeling isolated, done with, doing all the internal work, and now projecting more to, the outer world, and maybe focusing more on, your mundane world as opposed to the spiritual. And, and maybe this is because you're trying to get over some type of heartaches or pains.
I'm not so sure about that because of what she says, but I'm wondering, well, she says she's open to new relationship, but currently single. So I'm not so sure what was in the past is still an issue, but I am wondering too, if maybe the move into the current frame, moving out into the open, just really is kind of suggesting that emotional happiness isn't really what you think about as the first and foremost. In other words, because what you've just said now,
I see what you're saying.
You're open to it, but it isn't really what you're looking for. I guess that's what you're saying.
Well, and I guess, when I was thinking about this, I guess I wasn't thinking completely about what's coming. Because if I look at that Ace of Cups as what's coming, to me, with my interpretation, it sort of fits in that, maybe you realize, you need to be more, of the world, in the world, but you are fearing, the emotional pain coming to you, from it. Maybe it's what holds you back from.
Maybe you like the idea of being in a relationship, but you know that there's a certain level of work involved in a relationship that doesn't always square evenly, or you don't always feel you're adequate with, or the other person isn't adequate with. So that still makes a mystery for the Three of Wands, though.
Well, I still feel that's part of anticipation, and that's going with mine.
Did I go first?
Yes, that's what I wanted you to do.
Okay. So we're doing the Lenormand now. And we have the bear.
It's a panda bear.
The bear.
I wanted to see specifically if any relationships would come up, or that would give me a clue that this was about relationships. But in this case, I don't think so.
No, I'm not so sure either.
Because we have the tree. And the tree to me indicates that what's coming to you, maybe through all of this, is more personal empowerment. I think you're going to build the tree is strong. The tree has a tough exterior, solid bark, and you are growing that solid exterior, and maybe once you have done that, you will be ready to face the world again.
Well, maybe
you're feeling that maybe you're getting there.
Maybe it is really about you just saying that what you are about is facing the world, and that the emotional relationships aren't really that important. They're not valid in your life at this point. They're not really there in your life. But what is important is being your own powerful person. The bear is a she-bear, is a sign of female strength, or just that strong spirit. And the tree is about growth. And so I think that goes more to the hermit in the world. And I think that the bear is really just about the other qualities of being in charge and deciding what you want. Maybe you don't really want to be in a relationship deep down inside, but you just want to be able to be in the world too, to some degree.
We've been all over the map with this one.
I know, isn't it crazy?
So if you hang on till we're done with our readings, maybe we'll do some more for you. Because this was not very clear to me, really. So I might want to throw a few more cards later. But we're going to move on with the list for now. So if you hang with us, because it's not a long list,
we will be back.
We will get back to you.
So who's up now?
That would be Master Manifester. Good to see you again here. And why?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We're confused too, I guess, eh?
There it is.
You're welcome.
Hey, you're welcome. Sorry, just not sure exactly the message I was getting from those cards. Except for those Lenormand. Those Lenormand were very clear to me. And it did seem to fit in a little bit with some of what we were saying. Okay, Master Manifester, I got your name right. So, and after that will be Violet Ann and Divine You. And then we'll go back through the list or whatever.
Pretty good. Not bad.
It's still holding out. It's still holding out, but I had to be careful. My appointments and all. Not that it did a lot of good.
It's a little hard to light. Oh, wait, that's the next batch.
It's a little hard to what?
Light.
Light. Oh, you're so bad. It's holding out okay. I have not seen my son like I said I was going to. So we did not pass out any bark to anybody else yet.
I think
my
Master
son is really busy in school right now. Yeah, Master M, are you there? This is last call. Let's give him another minute.
Hi, Angel.
Angel Rivera, good evening. Glad to see you here. All right. So, we're going to pass Master Manifester for now. They are gone, I think.
So that means it's Violet Ann.
Violet Ann, you
All
are
right.
up. And so good to see you again, too.
Oh,
I think it's your deck this time.
sure.
Mom's Day bark. I like it.
Okay, what do you need to know right now? I'm going to use the Tarot of the Northern Shadows. What does Violet Ann need to know?
I'm going to move this a minute.
All right.
Oh, and if anybody's wondering or could see with all my long hair here, I am wearing snowflakes. Because even today, with all the snow melted, what's falling from the sky? Snowflakes. And it's cold in here, so I needed a warmer shirt. But really, I just wanted to honor the snow, and maybe it'll go away till winter now that I have done that. I can always hope.
Yes, there was even a little bit of flurries in the air today.
I could not
happy.
believe that. I
Not
was
happy.
kind of... and I had some minor birthday luck today. I won $80 in the lottery. Woohoo!
Okay.
It's kind of nice.
What does Violet Ann need to know right now?
Well, Violet Ann, maybe that there's going to be a light at the end of this tunnel. That's the Ten of Rods. You do have that upright. But look what follows. The Sun upright. And after that, the Ace of Cups upright.
Whoa.
Wow, so as bad as things seem, or as bad as things have been, it looks as though, you have been shouldering a lot and you feel oppressive weight right now, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, you do feel that. But the sun is coming, the light is coming back. There is a successful energy coming your way, and this could involve relationships, or it's just something that is going to bring you great joy.
Well, I look at the Ten of Rods, and I also see it too as just a sign of what things what you need to know right now, that there's something that has been holding you back, or that keeps you immobile or keeps limitations on you. But ultimately, the sun is coming too, or the sun is on your side. You need to know that. The brightness, the sun, the illumination, knowledge coming to you, things you will find out, things that may improve in relationships, perhaps, because it's also supported by the Ace of Cups. And so it's saying that maybe something new causes or brings pleasure, brings love, brings happiness. So even though there are these limitations right now, what you need to know is there are these other forces that are also stronger, perhaps it seems, working in the other direction. All right, so let's do the Lenormand.
Oh, well,
you
I
have
hope
something
my
else to
lottery luck rubs off on you, Mama T. So the Lenormand, yes, let's do it. Do you want to pull first again?
Yes. We were warm last week, Violet Ann, but now we're not.
But this weekend it is going to warm up to the 60s at least.
So we have the mice in the Lenormand. That's the first one.
And the lilies.
Interesting. So it could be that what it seems like is there are some issues of need right now, but mostly they're going to fall away because things will improve. Things are on an improving cycle. It may not seem like it, but maybe that's what the sun is. As things are warming up, you will find that what you need or the needy issues right now are going to kind of evaporate or slowly evaporate because things are maturing, are moving more towards a fruition.
Yeah, I don't know about it. Yeah, things are moving, maybe the success, but I feel that, yeah, with the lilies, the mice might be saying that it's time to, that I think now's the time, or soon will be the time when stresses start to ease. And, I feel that through this whole process, the lilies might be saying you've developed, a more mature attitude about things, or you will be. You're going to be looking at this through, I don't know, I don't want to say older eyes, Violet Ann, but I want to say more
enlightened
eyes.
Right, and understanding comes to you. And that sort of plays into the idea of the sun in a way, too, the enlightenment that I mentioned there.
Because I also feel this, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just going to add to that, yeah.
I also feel that that the lilies are saying that the mice, this period of stress and that is, oh no, I lost my thought. I can't believe it. I lost my thought. Something popped into my head. I'll have to think about it. Go ahead.
No, that's what I got.
Oh.
It's on you.
Recap anything?
Well, to me, the mice might go along more with the Ten of Wands, the idea of little things that are needy, and maybe they hold you back. Maybe there are some needy issues that hold you back, but with time, and not really a lot of time, I think the sun is kind of evaporating some of that, and it's causing the lilies to mature too. It's the seasonal thing too. So a lot of it is just really, as we're moving, we are clearly moving into the spring. We're literally a week away from May Day or thereabouts.
I feel as though what you have gone through, and I think this was what I was going to say, is I'm looking at the mice and I'm looking at the burdens here, Violet Ann, and I feel that this has kind of been difficult for you. Some of what you've been through has shattered. Lilies can also be about innocence. So it has shattered some of your innocence, in a way. And that's why also, conversely, I have said that, you are now developing a more mature attitude, and hopefully you will be much stronger coming out of this experience.
Right, so then it kind of makes the sun and the Ace of Cups sort of show this too in a way too, because those are more the ideas, I think, about a mature understanding with the sun, enlightenment, education, and then the Ace of Cups moving into a more deepening sense of emotional happiness or fulfillment.
Well, you know what? That's what we have.
She gets it.
I get what?
What you said, I think, too, about,
understanding
things differently.
That popped up later for me. So, okay. I think that, we got to go through what we got to go through sometimes. And it's how you come out of it that matters, What do you allow it to do to you? Do you allow it to have power over you? Or do you regain more power through the experience? So good luck, Violet Ann. We all have we have some battles. That's all I can say. So that's what we have for you, and I'm going to grab my Lenormand here. You can grab your cards, Mr. A.
Sure.
And it is so good to see you. I'm sorry to hear that, though.
Continued
I don't
healing.
want to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, Mama T, I'm just going to say I am a spring and fall girl. I mean, I like summer, okay, because I sit outside a lot, but I love spring and fall. Those are my seasons. Hey, you are welcome.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, I hope my lottery luck rubs off. It can rub off on everybody.
Wouldn't it be wonderful? Everybody rides when we ride.
I wish that were true. I do. People used to always do that to me. They'd be like rubbing my arms and my shoulder and stuff. Can I have some of that luck? And I'm just like, I don't know that it works quite that way. But feel free. I give it willingly. So Divine you are up, and then Angel Rivera, and then Hot Girl Vic will get back to you.
Your deck.
Oh. Oh, okay. So your friends don't know? Wow. Well, we do. I feel so honored. I do. All right, let's see what I got. Well, I guess I'll go with the mermaids again. Why not?
Yes.
Whoop. Okay, so I will be working on this review of this deck and a card interview, a deck interview for my next blog post. I'm not sure when that's going to come out. It's not going to be every day that I'm writing on the blog, but I did want to get some posts going.
I feel that way too sometimes about some things, that sometimes you want to wait until it really is the right time.
Oh, wow.
So sure.
Yeah, I can understand that. Oh, Master Manifester, you're back. We had to go past you, but you know what? We'll take your question before Angel Rivera. And right after the one we're doing right now, okay? Sorry about that, but you weren't here when we called you, and we did kind of kill a little time there.
We will try to get you, though.
Okay. So, moving in.
The advice.
Let's just see what we get here. This is almost like we did a yes-no, and I wish it was, because it would be yes. But let's see what we have here. We have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is reversed. We have the Five of Pentacles? Five of Pentacles reversed. And we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Are you guys ready for this move? I guess I have to ask that question. Maybe emotionally you're ready, but are you both financially ready? Are you both on the same page? Because it seems like something's a little off here.
There may be reasons why it could be delayed that maybe just don't necessarily have to do with your own feelings. There just may be some logistic things. But there's also the idea, too, that maybe there are still a few things that you're not totally understanding of each other. It's not that you wouldn't necessarily appreciate them, but maybe you don't understand some things that are within each other, some more emotional things, the ways each of you might feel about certain things that still could be a little different from each other. It's not a major thing, but it may be something that would be better to be known more about now.
This is really interesting to me, too, and I know you asked about timing. So I don't know. This is kind of saying to hold back a little bit and maybe to take a little bit more time. The other reason, besides the fact that, some key cards are reversed here, and the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, Aces, Divine You, are about beginnings. And so, this beginning of moving in together right now does not look very positive. I get the feeling, too, because there are two Pentacle cards here, that because you were asking about timing, it does kind of sound like take it slow, Mr. O, because aren't the Pentacles slow?
It could be, but I keep forgetting that sometimes people, Divine maybe, your schedule actually is a more relaxed schedule.
Move in September, and I'm glad you said that, because didn't we do a question sort of about this before? And I seem to remember we talked about the fall. I could be crazy, but for some reason, I was sure it was you that we had said, it seems like the fall is the time.
So you could use this time between now to work on the various logistics I don't think that there's any financial problems. It's mostly just a matter of coming to terms with a few things, maybe.
I think it's about learning about each other and communicating. Like just making sure that you're on the same page with everything, and I think that's really what's important right now.
Bye, Mama T.
Take care, Mama T. We'll see you soon.
So probably by September won't really necessarily be wrong. Let's do a yes or no real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
On what? Oh,
Her
wait,
question.
No.
Oh, right.
Before we do that, we have to do the letter on.
That's a good question, Divine.
Go on. What do you got?
Mice.
I've got the ring.
And I got the mice.
So I would say right now, the mice are about stress and worries and sometimes ill health, troubles. So I would say right now is not the time to commit to moving in until you really are sure of everything. Maybe what you mentioned about the ex there, the trial, maybe you just need to wait till some more of this is ironed out.
Yeah, and of course that could take at least till September. It could take beyond. So, and it's hard to say because I don't necessarily pick up anything that shows an instability, but I don't show something that shows great possession.
Movement in the right direction. It's kind of cautionary, just saying not so fast. I think that's really what it is.
Yeah, I think you should probably ask us again soon, maybe, or a month or two or so.
Hey, good luck with that, Divine You. Oh, do we want to do a quick yes, no?
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
Real quick, and then we're moving on to Master M, and then Angel Rivera, and Hot Girl Vic. And we still have an hour to go, people.
Oh, this darn cat.
You keep petting. Don't even. We talked about
It wouldn't
this.
matter.
You know what? If you left him alone, he might get bored and leave.
No, he always comes back.
Well, he might, but then if you keep ignoring him, he might leave.
Okay.
So what are we asking again on should...
Is he financially stable? Or should she do it in September, by September?
Is September a better time?
Yeah. Is September a better time?
I just have this feeling. We'll see what it says. Maybe it won't say that. But I think we'll try it. So, Mr. O, when are you going to come out with a blog post of your own? Put him on the spot.
Too much pressure. Soon.
You could talk about the thoughtiness of your thought deck. Man, it's always dangerous when we do these readings.
Uh-oh.
It's leaning towards no. And I have to ask, is Alex, really over things with this ex? Everything is over? And the reason I'm asking is because I just keep getting signals here. We do have the Death card here, which, is all about change. We also have the Lovers card here. And we have the Two of Cups reversed. Indeed. So I get the feeling that there's just going to be some shifts and changes going on, in your relationship. I want to think they're positive. The Lovers is there and the Lovers is upright, but the Two of Cups is reversed. So it seems to me that there's just some things that have to be worked out.
I'm slightly confused because I didn't understand what the ex is filing for.
Yeah.
You probably told us before, but I can't quite remember.
Okay.
It's something to do with the children. Is it? No, wait, they're adult children, aren't they? Yeah. I don't remember.
Well, at any rate, I feel there's something that... Oh, okay. Okay, wanted to come back. Okay. But they're pretty done, huh? I feel like maybe there's just... I don't want to say that there's problems related to this past situation, but there is something you guys are going to have to work out together in order to make this relationship gel more.
It's the business stuff.
Oh, okay.
And so this would seem to indicate that she and or Alex both have very emotional attachment or feelings about their roles in this business or the shared part of it or what the business does for them, what it means to them, that kind of thing, its history. So there's some sort of attachment. Maybe it's not strong emotionally, but there is an attachment there. And maybe they have to figure out where they can make the changes at. Maybe they're not totally wanting to accept that. Sometimes I think change is hard to accept, and that could also be saying this with the reverse there too, that the idea of a change is just something that doesn't bring any kind of harmony. It just sort of still creates tension or dissension.
So I feel there's just some kind of whether it's related to this working relationship with the business and her, or if it's between the two of you, there's just some changes that need to happen.
Woof, woof.
And it's involving, your being able to... Okay, take care. You're being able to work things out. I don't know, that's what I see right now, Divine. You may want to check back in with us. Maybe the cards are being cranky tonight. I'm just not sure.
Yeah, I would absolutely check in with us in a few weeks, because you have a lot of time and it seems like you're planning this well. So I'm not really worried about that.
It does sound like things are going okay between the two of you. But, you're working hard. You've got pressures on your job. And then there's all this other drama going on. So maybe just some of this air has to clear before, things get a little bit to the point where you guys could get closer and move in together. So I would lay low on the friends and family for now, maybe.
I think that the Two of Cups reverse could indicate that she's not going to get what she wants out of that. I mean, maybe there has to be some compromise, but maybe, it won't work out to her benefit like she might want it to.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to think.
Well, it's interesting because in the last reading you didn't say it was about money, but we had those two pentacle cards and just coming back for the spousal support and run the business. So maybe it is a little bit about money, and some of the pressures and issues related to all of this. But, you should be able to weather this. You just got to, work it out.
But yeah, come back and ask us.
Yeah.
All
but
right.
that's what we have, Divine You. I hope that helps. And Master Manifester,
and he wrote a question, right?
Yes.
I'll let you look for
What does the universe want Master Manifester to know? All right, let's go to it.
Okay, I'm going to use my tarot again.
And after that is Angel Rivera. And then Hot Girl Vic. You're still with us, right?
What does the universe want you to know?
Gina has a shoe phone, right? Yeah, Well, it's unfortunate, but these loose ends, they just got to be tied up. Hopefully, more towards his advantage, but we'll see.
So this is our Thursday nights, as we tend to spend a little more time with everybody because we have less people here, and we love it. Thank you, Master.
All right. There you go. I wanted to go and look at something.
So our first card for MM is the reversed Two of Wands or Two of Rods.
Hey, you're welcome, Divine You.
You're welcome. And then we have the upright Eight of Discs. And then we have the King of Rods, and that one is also upright. The King of Wands or Rods. So a reverse Two of Wands, upright Eight of Pentacles, and then the upright King of Wands.
So what does the universe or spirit want you to know? I feel that despite things not always turning out the way that you want them to, which I look at the Two of Wands that way, there may be some disappointments, there may be some setbacks. You have put the spirit wants you to know, or the universe, you have put in a lot of hard work and effort, but maybe there's just a little bit more that you could do to sharpen some skills or some knowledge in order to be that King of Rods, in order to be on top of your game.
Right. My reading is similar. The Two of Wands reverse seems to indicate that your feeling or the circumstances indicates you don't seem to feel you have the control you want. You don't seem to feel that you always have the access you want. You do feel that you are mostly still learning, but you have a good command of skills. But the Eight of Discs is more about somebody who is the apprentice.
Wow.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so
And
sorry.
See, that's why it's funny you say that, because see, when you look at those two cards, it looks like, there's been a failure or a setback, and after all the hard work and effort that you feel that you have put in. The Eight is often a card of learning and like apprenticeship, but it's also a card of somebody hard at work, So I look at it as like with two meanings. It can either be somebody who's a student or new on a job, or it's somebody who's just put in a lot of effort. And I really felt here when I saw this, I felt you have put in, sometimes things just don't turn out. That's just the way it happens. But I do feel that King of Rods indicates that you do have what it takes to elevate yourself and move beyond this setback.
The King of Wands is an archetype for a leader type, but it's also the archetype for somebody who is magnetic, who knows how to attract qualities to them, knows how to share qualities, and basically really commands respect because they respect. And so I think these are your characteristics, and you have to hopefully be able to put yourself into those situations where those are the most manifest. And I think you ultimately should try to feel as positive about yourself as you can, because you really have these qualities, and so it's just a matter of figuring out where you can prove them and do them. And of course it is going to be harder in today's climate. So we're going to pull.
So if you are a plumber by trade, is it possible that you could start working on your own? Have you ever considered that? Because the King of Rods can be, kind of the card of the entrepreneur too.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Right. This is a card of business and enterprise. It doesn't emphasize material so much as it emphasizes the networking part of it. So, there are networks maybe where you might be able to figure out how to get plumbing jobs. You probably know that. So you just got to try to keep yourself into that. Now, I pulled a card.
It's you.
It's you. It's the gentleman in the Lenormand. And then the next card is the clouds. And I want you to note that the clouds are two-sided. There's a lighter side and there's a darker side. And the darker side is away from you. The lighter side is towards you. So this seems to indicate that you can move through those clouds. You can move through any of these difficulties. You mostly have to really, and I don't know, he's kind of rustic looking, and this guy's kind of rustic looking, so I think they kind of show up there a little bit. These are your clouds maybe over that way. So what's in the middle is just the fact that you do have the skills, you do have the knowledge, and you work hard.
Yeah, and so maybe you want to work on getting that license, because also that's what that Eight of Pentacles could be about as well. Like we said, they're getting the license.
This card literally is about apprenticeship, learning, skills, college. So
the light side is facing, as he said, and it basically means that, better days are coming. You may have been through the worst of it with the dark clouds moving from you now, and that better days will come. It may not happen overnight, but I do sense positive energy here, and that you have the potential to land on your feet again. So that's what we have for you. I hope that helps, MM.
Thanks for coming back.
Yeah. Check with us again. And hey, Angel Rivera, you are up. So how's your Thursday night going?
You are welcome. Come back sometime.
Yep, and good luck out there in the job market. Absolutely.
Things are shifting. I hope it's true. Angel Rivera.
Oh, I know he's there.
All right.
You got it? Because I don't yet.
Yes.
There it is.
You're off tomorrow and you work Sunday.
Ah, okay. So you are up. You got a question today?
I'm off on Fridays too.
You're almost always off on Fridays.
Well, when we have our, oh my goodness, it's a pandemic, then we are open on Fridays, but we're closed to the public.
Oh.
Right? That's when I worked Fridays, we were closed to the public.
Okay.
I kind of like that. Like being in a library at 9 o'clock, a public library, that's kind of different for me.
That was kind of crazy. I mean, academic libraries even sometimes close early on Fridays.
The deck that she used, or me, I used the Tarot of the Northern Shadows. That one that's kind of horsey Norsey.
Yeah, which one, Angel? The one that he used?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yep.
I kind of like that one. I think we talked about this before.
We both own that deck. I had to get a copy. I like it.
There's a book I should have got for it. I don't think I ever got it. There was a book that actually came out. I have the booklet. It's A.G. Muller, right?
Publisher, yeah.
There you go.
All right. So there's the Page of Pentacles or Discs reversed. There's the High Priestess reversed. But there is the Three of Pentacles upright. Well, that's really interesting.
It's a not too bad reading.
A little bit, well...
A little mixed.
I mean, but it's interesting how we have this reversed and that upright. It's almost as if you know, there's some recognition for something you're doing, whether it's at work, whether it's in, you know, the social environment or at home. You're being recognized for something solid that you are doing right now. But,
well, I get the feeling like there's a little bit of ambiguity here. Like the thing is that like maybe, you know, you recognize that somebody recognizes, but on the other hand, maybe like it doesn't feel exactly fulfilling to you. Like it's a little bit abstract to you for some reason, you know, like maybe you want more money instead, you know, that kind of
yeah,
thing.
like, you know, words are fine, but what's in it for me, you know, sort of thing.
And then with the High Priestess reverse, kind of reverses that is, or emphasizes that too, is kind of like saying, I could do this with my eyes closed, you know, like I could do this without wisdom.
Wow, I wouldn't have looked at the High Priestess reversed that way.
Well, because I'm thinking
But
about
I
it
see
as
what
sort
you're
of a
saying.
motion towards the idea that you are in charge, really. You're at a zenith in a way of your own mastery to some degree.
Well, I feel as though don't try to read. When I'm seeing the High Priestess in this kind of mishmash here, I'm thinking don't try to read too much into something, you know? In other words, try to get facts and don't try to make assumptions about anything. So, because, you know, when I see this too, I can't help but wonder here if maybe you're getting, I hate to say this,
It's a
but
test.
yeah, it's a test of some sort, that you might be getting some false praise or there's somebody is trying to give you some false sense of security about something. That's the only other thing that comes to mind here.
That kind of equates to what he just said.
Oh,
I think, you know, the false sense of security, like maybe, you know, somebody's just trying to see if you're paying attention or something.
oh, and also just the fact that they think they know more. I think it actually ties into yours too. Very good. But
Well, on that
I
note-
feel like there is somebody who is just trying to give a false sense of security here, that everything is fine when they're really not thinking it is.
So a possible dark younger colleague. I'm going with the page there.
Well, could be, or an earth sign.
Earth sign, yeah.
Oh, the Lenormand, of course. PhD people. Yeah. Okay, well. What do you have?
Well, you're first.
Oh, darn you. I have the dog, which is really interesting here.
Don't piddle on the bouquet.
The bouquet. Well, I don't know how that fits into this. If it was any other card, I might have been able to think this out more.
So the person you trust the most will probably give you something. Maybe it's just some advice, but it'll be sort of a gift in a way.
Well, I feel like this is a genuine gift from someone.
Okay.
Either somebody who is, you know, a loyal friend or a colleague or a partner. Somebody is going to gift you with something. And remember, this gift, the bouquet is more about, I mean, it can be something tangible. It could be something simple like candy, but it could also be something like a gift of praise again, which is kind of what we said was happening here.
So it's a gesture that has meaning. It's a meaningful gesture of some
So
sort.
I can't believe that has to do with that colleague, but there is something else. Maybe.
Yes, they are tiles.
Yeah, they're tiles, and they weren't cheap. I will probably never buy something this expensive again.
Promise?
Well, but considering I know how much he's spent on some of his collection, it's right up there.
What?
So,
What? They are cute, though.
they are tiles. They are Lenormand tiles. And what I really like about them is, we can just pull randomly. Cards don't stick together. It's just the luck of, digging through there and pulling one out. I really kind of like them.
So it may be more than a small gesture, because this really, does sort of imply honor or acknowledgement. But it could just be that maybe it's a giftish thing combined with the thought that makes it maybe not that full-flung thing, like an acknowledgement without really saying like, oh my goodness, I should promote you or give you a raise.
Sometimes
I
a
keep going
dog
back
is
to
about loyalty or commitment to, somebody or someone. And, I get the feeling that maybe somebody is just going to praise you for handling something well. I know in library land that's hard to come by.
Right.
Especially in academic library
right,
land.
If you wait 6 months, it's their idea.
But don't get me started. But at any rate, I feel like somebody's going to acknowledge you for something, either handling something the right way, that could have been a difficult situation. So it looks okay. It's kind of weird. But our cards have been kind of weird tonight, Mr. O. And Hot Girl Vic, are you still here?
She was a few minutes ago.
All right. So let's get back to you.
All right. Thanks, Angel. Hope that helps.
Hope that helps, Angel, or it gives you some inkling on what might be happening next week. All right.
Okay, so maybe we should start fresh.
Yeah, do you want us to just do kind of a general outlook for you, Hot Girl? What's coming?
Yep.
Because maybe that will point to some other factors here.
Right. We made more of that than we probably needed to.
I think we need more of that. Let's see what's out there.
So let's go ahead.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Oh, my deck? Didn't I? No, I didn't.
Used mine. No, I kind of got that, but it took a while for me to figure it out because the cards were just trying to lead me in another way. So I think after all these years, sometimes some nuance will still escape me sometimes. Don't know why.
Well, sometimes the cards just leave us feeling very unclear. I mean, it hasn't happened to us much on the live stream, but there are times that,
Now, if next session or two you come back and you say, oh, I met somebody and maybe there's a spark there. I'm like, oh my God. Who knows, right? Stranger things.
I just want to get a little bit more glimmer. To me, that other reading was more about you possibly stepping out more, becoming more social or back out into the world, but there's
Hermit reversed.
Some fear of heartbreak or sorrows attached to that. I just got that strongly, was my first impression of those cards.
Oh dear.
What did you do, Mr.?
I dropped a card.
Oh, I thought you lost the live stream or something.
No, so there. I always cut the camera so that I can look for it without looking undignified.
And with that, oh, there's two.
Yes. See, so you can't tell how undignified we look because the camera's not on us.
I am checking for bends on my cards, so I'll have to replace them if they're bent. All right. There's a replace policy, Mr. O.
You're welcome.
Hey, Angel, you're welcome. And every card is reversed here. It's interesting. We have the Empress reversed. We have the Page of Wands reversed. And we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed this time. That Eight of Pentacles just came up in a reading. So, a while back. So,
a message of disappointment, maybe.
What?
A message of disappointment.
Yeah, so I feel that there is, and that might tie into that Ace of Cups in the last reading.
Right.
So there is some kind of disappointment or disappointing news or some worries about something that's going to bring disappointment that maybe is kind of keeping you blocked right now. You know, you feel kind of a blockage from moving forward because of this, you know, fear of something disappointing happening or coming.
You may feel that maybe somebody doesn't understand what your skill sets are, what qualities you have, and you're feeling a sense of not being appreciated for what you legitimately can do. Like maybe they had a different expectation, maybe they felt that something was misrepresented. So it could just be a misunderstanding on everybody's part here.
It could be a block in your career. It could be. Because that's very career-oriented
Yeah,
cards.
this one is for sure, but so is the Empress.
And well, the Page of Wands can be. So I think that, that this could suddenly be pointing at a career thing. You know, it's really funny. I looked at the bottom card in the deck, and the bottom card is your only upright card, the Queen of Swords. Just had a yen to pull it. And I think that it's speaking about I don't know why I'm getting this here, because the Queen is usually positive, but I feel like don't be too judgmental or hard on yourself, you know, right now, because sometimes, you know, you just have to work through these blocks, and, you know, don't get down on yourself because they're there. Sometimes it's beyond your control, you know, and you just have to work through them and use your logical mind to make the decisions that right now are in your best interest.
Now, I'll get to that in a moment, but I got another glimmer about the other cards, because I'm wondering if your career position has something to do with this company or situation's production of things, creation of things. And I'm wondering if because of the economy or other factors, there's kind of a downturn in production. There isn't as much movement there. Things aren't coming out. There's delays with shipping or various parts of the process. And that's where you need to figure out maybe where you can apply a different kind of judgment or look at it. Because to me, there's a liberation with that. That person is saying it's not really just about separating things, it's also about seeing what flies.
Well, I like that.
What
flies? Notice that butterfly on the top of the double-edged sword there. I do like these cards. They're very cool. And you know what? I'm going to do something a little different this time, Hot Girl, with the Lenormand for you. Go ahead, pull one.
And your first Lenormand is the Lily. And then you have the Rider. I knew you were going to do it.
The Snake.
And we have pulled a third one, the Snake.
Wow.
Now we have regrets. No.
No, I don't, actually. I'm looking at this here, and the Rider again has come up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the Rider has come up, and it's in the middle. And so I always like to look, when I do 3 Lenormands, at the middle card as being kind of the key card here, and these kind of enhancing or giving information on that. And I feel in this case, Hot Girl, the Rider is about moving. You know, making a move, making sure that the moves you make are well thought out. You know, you've matured them in your head. And, you know, I think what it's saying is you have to move away from situations and circumstances that have not been good for you, you know, where people may have taken advantage of you in some way, or there's just been sneaky behavior or some underhandedness going on.
Cutthroat competitiveness.
Yes. So I feel like you have to make some intelligent moves, some mature moves in a different forward direction.
Wow, Banshee. Pretty good. You kind of threw me by surprise there. Because what I mostly feel is like the lilies is maybe about saying you're coming to terms with understanding some of what we were saying there. But now it says you're also coming to terms, I think, with the idea that maybe that Queen of Swords really is also about other kinds of movement too. Like I said, what will fly? Maybe just the decision that you could maybe run your own company, or you could partner with somebody different. You could do something in your career area that doesn't tie you to maybe something where your fortunes are flagging, and or maybe there is a sense of competition that might be really strong for you.
Well, I feel here that this move and this movement and this mature decisions has to do with eliminating the blocks. And maybe what's blocking you right now is either the type of people you're associating with or working with. Something has to change, with energy around you that is working against you and not with you. And this could definitely be in your career. This could be in your personal life. But it definitely, to me, there is some career connotations here, if you know what we're talking about at all, Hakel.
Yeah, I see that mostly with the wands and the pentacles there. But the Empress a little bit too, because it really does talk about everything that you can be creative in, and for most people that's their career, what they do to gain a living.
Yeah. So that's what we've had to added content for you. I hope that
I think
helps.
That should help.
And hey, so we're through all of our readings tonight, and it was a great short night. I mean, there wasn't a lot of people, and we muddled through a couple readings here. I think the cards were just kind of all over the place tonight, the energy.
Who knows?
I was going to say only the shadow
You're
knows,
welcome.
but Sunny's here, so.
Yeah, only the Sunny knows.
Yes. Maybe Sunny can shed some light on things instead of cat
Thank
hair.
you, hot girl.
You got that, right?
No.
Maybe Sunny can shed some light on things instead of cat hair.
Yeah, we've been doing that a little bit on Thursdays. Early finish, so who knows?
Yeah, well, obviously, we're not getting enough people to fill out the 2 hours, unlike Sundays.
That's okay, because usually I shoot my exchanges after the show, so I can just get started a little bit early.
Yeah.
Yay, Kitty!
Yay, Kitty!
Yay to everybody who came. We appreciate you all.
We absolutely do. So do remember to check out our website, and that's TFT Tarot for Today.
.com.
And see you in the Twitterverse or in other social media, and see you back here on Sundays. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.